Let me start this episode with an interesting story. Once there lived two friends. They both were very close friends, and one was a very cheerful person, and the other was a normal guy. But he always had this thought that he wasn't doing enough in life. He felt that he was not doing the best that he could, but he was doing fairly well. It was his mindset that made him think that he was not up to the mark. They both went for a running competition. And the boy who has this mentality of uh, feeling that he is not enough secured the second position. And his friend, who was always cheerful, he secured the third position. Despite having secured third position behind his friend, he still was very happy. He projected happiness all over. He was so cheerful. He was glad that he secured a position. Whereas his friend, who always has a negative thought about his life, he was very sad that he did not get the first position. He did not enjoy securing the second rank or the second position. He felt bad that he was not able to get the first position. Though he had secured the second place, he was not able to rejoice it. Instead, he was feeling bad that he was not able to get the first place that he wanted to. This is what happens in our lives too, in most of the situations. People complain that life isn't fair. It gives a lot of tests, or it is not fair enough to give what they ask for. One thing that people don't understand is that life is filled with joy and happiness. It's full of things that we don't appreciate. We look forward to only those things that we want in our lives, and we forget to see those things that are already present as blessings in our lives. This is the ultimate reason why most people are sad or not happy with their lives. Happiness is a state of mind. I have seen people complain that they are not happy in life because they don't have enough money or wealth or luxury in their life, which in their point of view is happiness. But if that is the case, if only money was the ultimate luxury or happiness that one could attain in life, then how could a person who lives in a hut, a poor person, be happy with his family? There are evidences where poor people are happy, more happy than the richest of all. If money was the ultimate source of happiness in this world, then how can they ever be happy? Has anybody ever thought of that? There are people who complain that they are not in a relationship, or they don't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, or they're not married, and that's the reason they're not happy in their lives. Aren't people who are single still happy? Aren't people who are bachelors or spinsters living their lives happily? Then, what could be the real cause of their despair? What is preventing them from leading a happy life? Isn't it their mindset that forbids them from realizing that they are filled with blessings and happiness all over their lives? Just because they did not get exactly what they wanted or exactly what they were looking for in life does not mean that they are not happy, their life is cursed or it isn't happy. It is their mindset that makes them think that they are going through the worst. It's the mind that plays. That's the one that forbids them from realizing that they are the ones who are stopping them from attaining the ultimate happiness of life. We do not appreciate what we already have in our lives. Let's take an example of a person who owns a flat. He is one of the richest person and he owns a flat. Yet, he is unhappy because he wants more wealth. He wants to own more than one flat. He looks forward to buying another one, but it does not manifest or it does not come into effect because of some reason, XYZ reason. And he is disappointed. He's disheartened. And he thinks that he's not happy. Whereas, a person who does not even own a single house, who lives in a rented house, lives happily with his family. How is that possible? Does it mean that the person who lives in a rented house does not want to own a house? No, that's not the case. Everybody wants to live a wealthy life. That's normal. Wealth is just a part of our life. It is not the ultimate end. Anyone who is mindful of what he has or what he is blessed with and appreciates what he has is going to be happy. This is the basic secret to happiness. People have this wrong notion that once they undergo happiness, a phase of happiness, it is succeeded by a phase of sadness or something bad happens, or they feel that they'll have to undergo something bad just because they have experienced something good. That is not the case. That's what your mind triggers you to think. And when you think something, that is what you manifest. So basically the problem here is with your mind. Let's get deeper. Let's take a situation which is more emotionally connected. For example, in a relationship. Most often in relationships, people become sad or not happy because they expect a lot. They have their own list of expectations which they require their better half or their partner to fulfill, which is exactly not going to happen. Such a thing will never happen in reality because nobody is programmed to obey the instructions or the requirements of somebody else. Everybody is unique. You're not a robot here. So, expecting something from somebody in itself is a mere waste of time. There are a lot of instances in our lives where we expect, be it simple or complex. Expecting somebody to wish you on your birthday. Why should somebody wish you? If they wish you well and good, be happy. If they don't, still be happy. Only if somebody is gonna wish you, it doesn't mean that you'll be happy. It doesn't make your birthday as birthday. You were already born and you should be happy about it. And when your husband doesn't gift you for your wedding anniversary, you don't have to be sad for that. Maybe he's got some other work, he forgot, or there could be any reason, any possible reason to it. And only just by gifting, it doesn't mean that he has to show his love. If you're sure about the fact that he loves you, then gifts doesn't matter at all. And just a gift, a small thing, is not going to reveal how much he loves you. Even if you don't get a gift, even if you don't get any wish, just be happy. Just be happy for what you have. Think of what you are already blessed with. Just that thought would help you be happy in your life. Expecting that your wife should not fight with you, and if she fights, you become sad. That's in no way possible, because every human being who is born and who is in a relationship will undergo ups and downs. There will be problems, there will be fights, there will be problems. But does that have to mean that we have to get sad or we have to break our hearts and despair about it? If she fights for silly things, if she is short-tempered, or if she is stubborn, yes, she is the way she is. You can't do anything about it. Might be you can actually help her change. That's a different story. It's a different method of handling. But what's the point in getting sad about it? If you're just going to be sad about something that you cannot change, or which would require a lot of work to change, then just go ahead, do that work, try to change it. If you can't change it, just accept it. And if you can't accept it, remove yourself from the unacceptable. This is the way of life. There's no point in brooding over things which are not the way you expect. The ultimate enemy for happiness, I would say, is expectation. Do your duty, don't expect. Be happy with whatever you have. Learn to embrace, learn to accept the life that you're blessed with. Learn to enjoy it. Rejoice whatever is given to you. Live your life. We often forget to live our lives thinking about or wanting things which we do not have or which is not necessary, or without which we can still live our lives happily. Indeed, happiness is a state of mind.